iostudy.net.
It's Danielle here, and today we're going to talk about English grammar. We are going to talk about the rules for reflexive pronouns. So as you can see in the mind map, we have the usage of reflexive pronouns, the difference between selves and each other, and when to not use reflexive pronouns. So let's first start with the usage. As you see here, we have usage when the subject and object are the same, when it's singular, and when it's plural. So when the subject and object are the same, we have a couple of examples. Number one, so George cut himself when he was shaving this morning. And it isn't his fault. He really shouldn't blame himself. So two examples there when the subject and object are the same. So let's look at the singular rules. So the singular words are myself, yourself, and himself. Here are a couple of examples. I don't want you to pay for me. I'll pay for myself. And do you sometimes talk to yourself? So these are all using singular pronouns. Plural. Ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. For example, if you want more to eat, help yourselves. And it's our own fault. We blame ourselves. Okay, so there's your mind map for the usage of reflexive pronouns. Let's go over to when to not use reflexive pronouns. So we don't use reflexive pronouns when we don't use myself, yourself after bring or take something with. For example, it might rain. I'll take an umbrella with me. And my mother takes me to her office with her. So as you can see, we did not say myself or yourself. We said me because we used those verbs. Next, we don't use myself, etc. after concentrate, feel, relax, and meet. For example, you must try and concentrate. And do you feel nervous? Yes, I can't relax. So as you can see, we did not use myself, etc. here. Okay, now let's go down to the difference between selves and each other. So here are some examples. Number one, Tom looked at Anne. Anne looked at Tom. They looked at each other. And Tom and Anne stood in front of the mirror and looked at themselves. So both of these, difference between selves and each other. Okay, so here we have your completed mind map for reflexive pronouns. You can come back to this at any time. Now we're going to click on the outline. So reflexive pronouns. Here we have your outline for the reflexive pronouns. You can scroll through this to see more examples and further explanations of how to use reflexive pronouns correctly. So in the next video together, we're going to take the test. So you can click here to take the test to test your knowledge. Thank you for joining me in this video where we learned about the grammar rules for reflexive pronouns. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.